Hello everyone, today's tutorial is about conditionals and inversions. Now conditionals and inversions. Now conditionals are used in instruction writing when you would like to instruct anyone to provide them some conditions, whereas inversions are bit formal. They are also conditionals, but they are used in more formal writing. Conditionals are very helpful in different aptitude tests, and these are also used as test tools in different entrance exams. So let us start understanding what are conditionals and what are their usages. Now, structure of conditionals. The very basic structure of conditionals. A conditional sentence is composed of two parts: if clause and main clause. So there would be two clauses, if clause and main clause. It is not binding that if clause would come first. It can come at the second part and main clause can come at the first. Here we are. Example, if it rains tomorrow, we will not come. So here the if clause is placed as a first part and the second part is we will not come. You can say that if clause is a cause and main clause is effect. So there is an action which causes something and there is an effect of that. So rain is a cause and its effect would be that we will not come. So if clause and main clause. So these are the two parts and these two parts are shuffleable. We can shuffle them. We can take write like this. We will not come if it rains tomorrow. So there's no hard and fast rule that if clause would be placed first and the later part would be the main clause. These two parts are shuffleable as per the convenience. So let's start our conditional sentences. The type 1, or you can say that there are four types. There are four types of conditional sentences. They are classified according to their specific implications, what they imply. Each type of conditional sentences uses different tenses to show the difference in their implication. Their different use of tenses imply different sense or meaning. So we have a type 0. In 0 type, the usage is it talks about universal truth or scientific fact. Now tense is present tense in both the clauses, means if clause and main clause. Examples are, if you heat water to 100 centigrade, it boils. Now here you see, if you heat water to 100 centigrade, it's a if clause which is causing the action and the result or the effect would be it boils. Now it is a scientific fact or universal truth you can say. So both the parts would be in a present tense. Another example, if you pour oil into water, it floats. So here the same is the case. First part is in present tense, second part is also in the present tense. So both the parts are in present tense. So in terms of usage, in terms of structure, these points are very important. Now type 1. The usage of type 1 is it talks about present or future probable case, means the likelihood of happening. It is likely to happen. Now tense is we use present tense in if clause. In the main clause we use future tense. So examples are, if I feel sick, I will not go to school. Now if clause is in present time, whereas the main clause is in future tense. So it shows most likelihood. If it rains tomorrow, the match will be cancelled. So there is a likelihood of cancellation of the match. So this type 1 shows most certain case. Here you are with the structure. Present tense in if clause and future tense in the main clause. So if we shuffle that, for example, I will not go to school if I feel sick. So it is having a complete sense or meaning. The match will be cancelled if it rains tomorrow. So when you shuffle these two clauses, these two clauses do not make any kind of a wrong meaning. So they are meaningful when they are shuffled. Let's have some practice. Now exercise 1, there's sentence 1. What's your guess first? If you dash, you dash the show. Now what kind of a verb we will use according to type 1? Let's see here. If you do not come, you will miss the show. So if clause is in present tense and the main clause is in the future tense. Here we are with the second sentence. Yes, what's your guess? Can you guess in the first blank? Let's see. John will buy a car if he gets a job. So there you see the shuffled sentence. The main clause comes first and it is in the future tense, and if clause is in present tense. So let's move forward. We have type 2. The use of type 2, it talks about present or future improbable case. Means there is no likelihood of happening of these things or actions. Now it shows two kinds of things: unreal situation or unlikely to happen. Let's see how unreal situation is shown in this. Now the tenses we use, if clause would be in past tense and main clause will take word plus infinitive. Here we are with the example, the unlikely situation or unreal situation. If he were a bird, he would fly across the harbor. You see, he were a bird. Now we use was with he. But here, since it is an unreal situation, we place were with he. That is how the type 2 works. If he were a bird, he would fly across the harbor. It means he is not a bird. He is not a bird. So unreal situation, improbability is there. In the same way, if I had $200,000 now, I would buy a car. Now here it is unlikely to happen. If I had means if I had means I do not have. I would buy a car. So there is a improbability, sense of improbability. There is no likelihood of happening such things. So past tense is used with if clause and word plus infinitive with the main clause. Here we are with the type 3. Now type 3 talks about past, something impossible in the past or unfulfilled desires. If clause takes past perfect tense and main clause takes word plus present perfect form. Now examples, if I had had enough money, I would have bought the camera yesterday. So if I had had enough money, means I did not have. I would have bought the camera. So it's an unfulfilled action or desire. If I had come home earlier, I would not have missed the program. It means he or I did not come earlier. That is why I missed the program. So it is an unfulfilled action. The structure of the type 3, it takes past perfect tense in if clause and would plus present perfect form in the main clause. Yes, here we are with the exercise. So what's your guess? Can you guess something about it? If I dash 4 years old, I dash to play the piano. Here we are. If I were 4 years old, so it's a unlikelihood. I would learn to play piano. So what's happening here? It is what? The unreal situation. If I were, we usually use was with I, but here we use were to show the unreal situation. You must have heard a common sentence, if I were the prime minister of my country, I would change the country. It means it's unreal situation. I am not the prime minister. But if I were, it's unfulfilled or unreal situation. So here you are with the second sentence, if I dash in the examination, my mother dash me a new computer. So what's your guess? Let's see. If I had not failed in the examination, my mother would have bought me a new computer. Here we are with the third sentence. We dash, if we dash, better preparation. Yes, we would have finished if we had better preparation. So let's move. Yes, now the second part of conditionals is inversions. So inversions are like conditionals, but these are more formal. These are used in a formal writing. So here we are. Now type 1. In type 1, for example, if you see John, ask him to come and see me. It's fine, but we can replace it. Should you see John, ask him to come and see me. Now we have replaced if with should. Should is showing inversion and it makes the sentence more formal. Though the meaning remains same, but the sense of being formal is here. Type 2, if I were an aeroplane, I could fly in the sky. Now sentence is fine, but it's a bit informal. To make it more formal, what we are going to do, were I an aeroplane, I could fly in the sky. Now were I an aeroplane, it makes it more formal, though the same sense remains there. Sense of if, that condition. Now here another point that you can notice, that could is used. So it's not mandatory to use would always. You can use could, might. It depends on the sense of certainty, how much you are certain. Now type 3 in the inversions, if I had come home earlier, I would not have missed the program. Now it's the conditional, pure conditional. Now we can replace if with had as an inversion to make it more formal. Had I come home earlier, I would not have missed the program. So here there is more formal sense in it. So had is used to show more formal. So here we are with the end of this tutorial. I hope that you have understood the use of conditional sentences, what are its various types and what are their implications. I hope you will use these conditionals in your instruction writing and try to grip the structure of conditional sentences so that you can deal better with different kinds of examinations or tests that are used as aptitude tests or entrance examinations. And more importantly, inversions you can use in your formal letter writing, formal essays, where these can be placed and used to show your writing more academic. I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial. Do comment in the comment box and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for joining me.